Good evening, my fellow educators. My name is Miss Estrada, and I'm here to show you how I improve in vocabulary in my classroom and how you can too. So, as you know, there are 5 pillars of reading: phonemic awareness, phonics, vocabulary, reading comprehension, and fluency. Today, my main focus is going to be vocabulary, but don't be surprised when you start seeing some fluency pop in there, some reading comprehension show its face, and some of our other friends. So what you're going to go ahead and do is type www.flocabulary.com into your web browser. This is the screen you're going to be met with. We're going to click login in the upper right corner. You can use a Google account or log in with Office 365. I went ahead and made a username and email just so it's a little easier for me to keep track. Log in. Okay, so we're going to go to lessons. We have language arts, math, science, social studies, life skills, vocabulary, but we're going to click on vocabulary today. And it goes all the way to 12th grade vocabulary, which is SAT words. But I teach second grade, so that's where we're going to go. My kids are on lesson 3 today, so I want them to do this at home. You have an option. This is what I do when I want my students to access it. You can do Google Classroom, Zoom. You can pull it up on the smart board ahead of you. My class goes ahead and they use Edmodo, so I like to post it here, give them a little intro, remind them what's expected of them, what they don't have to do. And I post it. The best part about this, when you post this link, it goes straight to the unit they have to focus on. No accidentally clicking something else. Exactly what I need. There's no room for mistake here. All they have to do is click the link I left for them. If you don't want to do an electric version of this and you want to do a paper handout, that's also an option. You just press download handout and it has the whole lesson in text. So you have the lyrics. Maybe you want to print it out anyway so they could read up close and highlight and stuff, or if they're doing it on a tablet, you have your fill in the blank, vocabulary, connections, applying meaning, your reading and response, and a bonus puzzle. You can download everything individually, and there's an answer key along with the quiz. So let's go back to our video. So my students would click here and listen. My favorite part about this is that they provide a word and then the definition, but they fit it into lyrics, which is way easier to recognize, and kids would be walking around singing. So let's say this speed is too fast for your slower readers. There's an option. You just click in the upper right corner. All right, so there's 3 options: the original speed, the slower, and slowest. So we're gonna go back to original. Let's say we're live in class and we want to turn and talk, prompt some discussion. You're just going to click discuss and turn that switch on. These are the questions. You're just going to click the next button so you can see the questions that are going to be prompted to your students. Next, I asked my students to do the vocab card. What's so great about this vocab card is that it's a picture they'll recognize, a word, the spelling, and a sentence and how to use it. And then there's also an option for them to practice write this word. Let's put it in a sentence. All right, so branch. When it snows, it may. Let's see. Better sentence. Branch. I saw a bird sit on a branch outside. Boom. Let's save that. All right, you have your vocab game that you build on the beat and add instruments as you get to each section. Let's put the right word. It gives you a click. You go on next. Let's put the wrong word. We're practicing antonyms here. So it's all different types of subjects when it comes to vocabulary. Definition, synonyms, antonyms. It tells us we're wrong and it will provide us with the correct answer. So let's move on to read and respond. You have about 5 questions. You answer through them, and it'll tell you at the end right or wrong. Same thing for our quiz. So when you get through all 10 questions, they give you an option to submit and review. And as the teacher, when you're walking around, you can have them leave that final page open. You can have them show you and you can write down the grades. Or if maybe you don't want to grade this, you just want practice, you can go through that. The lyric lab, I wouldn't have them do it at home, but this is something we would definitely do in class together. It requires you to take 10 vocabulary words and make them into a rhyme yourself, just like the video did. So to finish up the video, let's talk about as a student. When they go on this main page, they're going to go start as a student. They're going to be provided a class code, which you will provide for them. They're going to click what they need for I'm new to it to create my account. I already have an account. And this is where they're going to log in and join their class. They have the same Google and Office 365 option as you. So let's go back because I'm going to sign into my teacher account and we're going to talk about pricing. Let's say we have a PD or an opportunity to talk to our principal or admin. Why don't we tell them about flocabulary and how much we love it? Let's go to how to use. You can go to how to use, look up lesson, how it works, schools and districts, and pricing. For individual, what I do is I pay $10 a month because I think it is so worth it. So you can pay $10 a month. You can ask your school to contact them for a quote, or as a whole district, request consultation. We have hundreds of standards, weekly lessons, principal quizzes, students' video and activity access, activity assignments, visibility into student activities, and so much more. And if the whole district gets it, that's the most available. School-wide is almost as available, and you have some when you pay on your own. So if you want to bring it up at your next PD, one-on-one time, or if you get enough teachers together and tell them about it, maybe they could bring it to your principal. And I think it would be a great investment for your school, your classroom, and it can help you with any grade changes throughout the years. You get bumped up a grade, you go to a younger grade, you go to a whole different grade, you go into the high school, you will still have the options to use this and for multiple subjects. That's why I love this site so much. I hope this tutorial was as helpful to you as this site is as helpful to me. Have a great day. Remember, if you can be anything, be kind.